All right, shalom, shalom. All right, when the Hebrew Israelites here to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, to speak about the upliftment of Yahweh Shai, the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father, the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Right, his name is Yahweh Shai. All right, so we want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Achakulash. The lines to the apostles, the elders, great millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to the brothers out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. All right, so we're coming into the time of the Passover. Brothers have to get out the leaven out of your house, and not just the leaven out of your house, but more importantly, the leaven within yourself. Okay, because that's the most important thing. Because we all got leaven within us, but this word is what's supposed to convict you to purge that leaven out. You got something on that? Go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 6. Your glorying is not good. Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump? Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened.
Right. You have to purge out the old leaven. That's the impurities out of you, man, the evils. Go ahead.
For even Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. Therefore, let us keep the feast, not with old leaven, neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth.
Right, so you can't have someone partaking of Passover that's not fully repentant. That's why it's very important, to make sure someone's in the right spirit before they're coming to the Passover. And we're constantly taking out impurities, but ultimately, you have to fully turn to Yahweh Shai. More? Let's sit on that, okay. Got something?
This is Colossians 3, we start on verse 9. It says, lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him.
Yeah, read it again.
This is Colossians 3 and verse 9. It says, lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds.
Right. So when it comes to brothers, you're not supposed to lie one to another. In other words, you're supposed to be telling each other the truth, man. Okay? There's no reason to lie to a brother. There's zero reason to lie to a brother. You know what's better to say? I don't want to talk about that. That's better to say than to lie. Okay? Because at least you're not lying. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It says verse 10, and have put on the new man.
Even when I lie to wicked people in the earth, I don't feel right. Even if I lie to the police, I don't feel right about that. It's not a good thing to do. Okay? Go ahead.
Verse 10 it says, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him.
Right, put on the new man. You're supposed to become a totally new person. Like the people in the world not even supposed to be recognizing you. Like, who's this guy? You know what I mean? That's how their mentality is supposed to be towards you, man. You were in the world, and you were smoking, you were doing whatever you were doing in the world. Be rioting, going out clubbing every week. Your whole mindset was about women getting some nasty, right? When you come into the truth, your mind doesn't. You do a 360, man. Okay? You on that? Was it on that?
Romans 12 and verse 2, and be not conformed to this world.
Right. What does it mean to be conformed? It means to shape. Matter of fact, look at the word conform. Okay, we're not supposed to be conformed to. In other words, we're going to get the definition. Okay, finish it.
And be not conformed to this world.
Right.
But be ye transformed.
Right.
By the renewing of your mind.
Right. So we're not supposed to be conformed. We're supposed to be transformed. Go ahead. This is the definition. Read the definition.
This is the definition of conform in the blue letter. It says to conform oneself, one mind and character, to another's pattern, fashion.
Well, hold on, the pattern. Well, let's deal with the pattern in this world. The people, their pattern is against the Most High. Their pattern is to eat all kind of abominations, to commit adultery. Okay? And they never repent for these things, man. Right? Just to praise false idols, false gods, false names. That's their pattern. All right? You see what I'm saying? To take the juice, whatever juice Esau's offering them, they're going to take it. That's the pattern of this world. Our pattern is supposed to be opposite. They're swimming downstream. We're supposed to be swimming upstream, man. Go ahead.
It says to another's pattern, fashion oneself according to.
Right, that's it. Right, to fashion yourself according to. That's why it says to don't take on any appearance of evil, man. Well, hold on, finish off what you got, though.
It says, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind,
Right.
that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh Ba'ashem.
Because at the end of the day, you have to figure out what the Most High likes and what the Most High doesn't like. What Yahweh Shai likes and what Yahweh Shai doesn't like. Okay, that's what you're coming into this truth to figure out. And every day we're learning more and more what he likes and what he doesn't like. You see what I'm saying? And that way, what? As the scriptures say, kiss the son lest he be angry, right? Which means what? Which means to reverence. You see, like when you go into the ancient world, you know, the kissing of the hand, that was a sign of respect. Or to kiss the ring, or the king had to kiss the ring, that was a sign of respect and reverence, right? And an allegiance to that particular individual. All right? That's why I say, like, you know, I had certain women that would kiss my hand, and it's like I knew automatically it was a sign of respect, right? Without even looking it up, I just knew what it was. You know, so them guys in the ancient world are kissing a woman's hand. That's what they're going off, because it's really a sign of submission.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
1 Peter 1 and verse 13.
They're even getting on the knee, getting on one knee to go, man, that's a sign of submission. It makes no sense. It's backwards, man. Go ahead.
It says, wherefore gird up the loins of your mind,
Yeah.
be sober, and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahushua HaMashiach, as obedient children, not fashioning yourselves according to the form of lust in your ignorance.
Right, so we're not supposed to fashion ourselves according to how we were before, man. We're supposed to come different, man. You know? We're supposed to come different. Okay? Go ahead, one more verse.
It says, but as he which had called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation.
Right, it's holy is separate. You know? So we're supposed to be separate from this world, man. Okay? Okay, go ahead, Zimbabwe.
Sirach 2 and 16,
Yeah.
they that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him.
Right, and that's what you learn when you come into this truth. But you have to have the right teachers, because you got certain teachers not teaching you the things that are pleasing unto the Lord. They're teaching you the things that's pleasing unto them and what they believe. You know? Go ahead.
And they that love him shall be filled with the law.
Right. And they that love him shall be filled with the law. Right. The law of what? The law of going back to Moses and really all of the scriptures is the law. You know? Because if you come and you telling me, okay, I seen this flame, I put him to death. Well, you're not keeping the law. Scriptures tell you to obey the powers that be. So you have to know time and season, man.
Right.
You got to move in the spirit. You got to be in the spirit. If you're not in the spirit, you're not fulfilling the law for real, man. Go ahead, bro.
1 Peter 4 and 1. For as much then as Hamashiach had suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind.
Right.
For he that has suffered in the flesh had ceased from sin,
Right.
that he no longer should live the rest of his life. It's like that he should no longer live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of the Lord.
Right.
For in the time past of our life may
Because
suffice
while you were in
us.
the world, you were just living according to the flesh. Everything you did was according to your flesh. Then when you ate something, you ate it according to the flesh. Right? Even if you said, okay, I'm going to get healthy, it was still according to the flesh. Because you were trying to get healthy for carnal reasons, like to get women. Right? So everything you were doing was according to your flesh. Go ahead.
For the time past of our life may suffice us to have brought the will of the Gentiles, when we walked in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine,
Which is,
rev-
lascivious means unbridled lust. Uncontrollable, man. You know what I'm saying? All right? It means uncontrollable. Go ahead.
revelings, banqueting, and abominable idolatries, wherein they think it strange that ye run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you.
Right, because what are the people in the world that you know, what were they doing when you came into the truth? They were doing the same thing, right? If they were out, if they were at someone's house drinking every day and playing dominoes, that's the same thing they were doing, and they're probably doing now. You know? You see what I'm saying? But when you left and you changed up, and they're like, what's wrong with this guy? Go ahead.
Luke 6:22, blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their companies, and shall reproach you, and cast your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. Rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy, for behold, your reward is great in heaven. For in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets.
Well, that's it, right? Because at the end of the day, when you depart from evil, you make yourself a prey. You become a target. It's like, yo, what's up with this guy? You know, like that movie they live or they see. They live, right? They notice when somebody wasn't when someone could see. You know, so he became a target. It's the same thing with us, man. Okay, they clearly can see that we see something more than what they can see. Go ahead, man. Read out. Read out
This is Amos 5:10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate.
That's right.
And they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
Right. Okay. Go ahead.
This is James 4 and verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteress, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be...
Whoa, hold on. Let's look at the word friendship. Okay, let's look at the friendship. Okay? Because you have a lot of Israelite camps, they have the friendship of the world. That's why they're going on these interviews, no jumper. They're talking to WAC 100. I don't know, they're trying to convert WAC 100. I don't know what's up with them. You know what I'm saying? What's up with these guys, man? Trying to go to like LA and convert some Hoover, Crips, some MS-13. Are you retarded, man? These guys are, you know, you got to bring the fruits meat for repentance.
That's
man.
right, that's right, that's
Dudes,
right.
most of them dudes ain't 99.999% of them guys ain't meat for repentance. And it might be none of them that's meat for repentance, man. When you go down too deep, sometimes you're gone.
Yeah.
Right? Like I ain't trying to convert a transformer, bro. You listen, I say, listen, this is not for you. No, but I think I believe. No. I don't know. Go do your own thing. Go do your own thing, all right? You don't need that energy around. Man. Huh? Come on, you're giving over to a complete reprobate mind. But I mean, like, come on, bro. It's one thing if you're a flamer in the world, but then it's like, okay, you better not be coming around flip-flopping and, you know, you better start transforming early, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says, cast not your pearls before swine.
You don't standing in the candy, watching the candy standing like this. No. That's not acceptable, man. Go ahead. No, that's not acceptable. No, we're not even saying it like that. No, that's not acceptable, man. We're not accepting that. You don't want that energy around us, man.
That's right.
That's a pollution, right? That's yeast. That's a whole lot of yeast, man.
A lot of
That's
leaven.
a whole lot of yeast, man. That's baking soda. That's a box of baking soda. No. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta turn down the leaven, man. And you should be ashamed to come around brothers like that, man.
But it happened before, eh?
Huh?
It happened before, eh? I heard a story. Apostle Tower talking about.
What? I don't know. Well, yeah, I'm sure it happened. Yeah,
You heard it, the story.
yeah, it happened. But you know, the point is, you know, when you see leaven, you gotta know it can't be. You gotta purge out the leaven, then you know, to some extent, and then come back. So it's like, okay, now we can work with this. We can work with you, man. You a gang, you know, you come in and then you got the flipping blue down over your face. Yo, what's this about? Yeah, I'm a crip in the world, you know? Come on, bro. You gotta change from that. That's what I'm saying. So when these guys try to rehabilitate WAC 100, that guy's clearly gone. Go ahead, man.
This is the word friendship from the etymology online. It says friendship, mutual liking and regard.
Oh no, you like the world. You like them, the people of the world. You like the ways of the world, man. You got something? Okay, go ahead.
1 John 2 and verse 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
Yeah, we listen to, you know, music, listen to certain, you know, R&B, rap, but we understand that that's not the pure music. You understand what I'm saying? Because the pure, what was Jake doing before? You had Stevie Wonder, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what happened in between that, man? That was real music. See? Even the way he was playing some fantastic, wonderful masterpieces, man. But then now you got Lil Uzi Vert. Come on, man.
Peter
From
Touch.
Stevie Wonder to Lil Uzi Vert. You serious? You know? Who else you got? You got huh? Yeah, I'm talking about the old school.
Peter Touch.
So you said all right. James Brown was good. Luther Vandross. Who? KRS-One. I mean, that was better, you know, but, you know, same time, before that was even better. You know
Not
what I'm
Cole,
saying?
not King Cole.
Nat King Cole, right. But she was in that movie, was it Goodfellas? And the woman was all like liking it. They was looking at her like, what? That's what it nigga, you know? I always like Jake. Okay, Esau can't stop that, you know? Go ahead, bro.
If I may add real quick, that's why scriptures speak about using the world.
It says 1 Corinthians 7:31, they that use this world and they that use this world as not abusing it, the fashion of this world passeth away.
Right. Abuse is in excess, you know? Yeah, I'm not in the world, but you know, I'm in the club every week. Every week I'm at the club, you know? But I'm not in the world. I'm not in the world, but all my friends are in the world, you know? I chill with the brothers every now and then. I chill with the guys in the world. Come on, bro. You're in the world. You're spiritually in the world. Go ahead, bro. Oh, hold on. Who's reading?
Back to the definition of friendship, it says mutual liking and regard, also conjugal love.
Right. Okay, right. So the friend of the world loves you, and then you love the world, right? Because the scripture says you are of the world will love its own, right? So that's why the world doesn't love us or any brother that's in the church. Because guess what? You're not of the world, and it's a spiritual thing. It's not a thing that you did anything to them. You see, it's a spiritual thing. It's a battle that the elect had even before coming in the truth.
That's right.
Okay, go. You had something? Okay, bring out what you got.
Pertaining to the 11, it says here in Sirach 17 and 26, you turn unto the Lord and forsake thy sins, and make thy prayer before his face and offend less. Turn again to the Most High.
That's okay on that. It's okay on that. Go ahead, read that.
1 John chapter 4 and verse 5, they are of the world, therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them.
The world heareth them, right? Like there was this thing where the guy said, "Oh, would you rather 500,000 and have a conversation with Jay-Z?" Right? He looked at Jay-Z so high.
Yeah.
Jay-Z so high. They would reject 500,000 and sit down and talk with this guy. Why? Because he's of the world.
Little Dirk.
It makes no sense, and he's not going to give you no deep wisdom. All he did was sell out. All he can show you is the occult. All he can show you is how to do witchcraft.
That's right.
Didn't he say, the spiritual
The thing
things
work?
really work? That's all he can show you, right? So you might as well go talk to a witch. You see what I'm saying? But they esteem those guys on a higher level. And what we're doing is we're giving them that living water. We're giving them something that they never understood in the world.
That's right.
We're breaking down life to them. We're breaking down everything that's happening in this earth to them.
That's right.
It's telling them before it happens.
That's
but
right.
they rather hear it from. They rather hear what they got to say. When the rich
Yeah,
man
I'm
speaking,
there.
bring it on out.
This is Ecclesiasticus 13, in verse 22. Actually, verse 23 to the point. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith, they extol it to the clouds.
Right, so when a rich man in the world speaking, they listen to what he said, they close their mouth, they're humble, right? And they extol whatever they say to the clouds. Why? Because he has a position in this world.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? But the poor, which is the true, that have the true riches, which the Lord is going to exalt in the end.
That's right.
Right? They don't regard what they got to say. Keep going.
It says, but if the poor men speak,
Right,
they say,
which we represent the poor. Okay, go ahead.
but if the poor men speak, they say, what fellow is this?
Well, what is this? What are they talking about? What is this? Right? Go ahead.
And if he and if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him.
Right. Go ahead. There's more on that? Right, so in other words, they're marking every word you say.
You have to
You
see
see?
it.
They're marking everything you say. You know? Just like vocab. That's some good.
James 2 and 1, my brethren, have not the faith of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, the Lord of glory, with respect of persons.
Right.
For if there come unto your assembly a man,
Well, hold on. Respect the persons. Have not respect the person. What does that mean? That means you because of who that person is, who you perceive him to be, you're gonna not judge him correctly. Right? Go ahead.
for if there come unto your assembly a man
That's the
with
spirit,
a
because I told him to get that too. Go ahead.
For if there come unto your assembly a man with a gold ring, in goodly apparel, and there come also a poor man in vile raiment,
Right.
and ye have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing, and say unto him, sit thou here in a good place, and say to the poor, stand out there, or sit here under my footstool, are ye not then partial in yourselves?
Right, because what are you judging that based upon? You're judging that based upon what he's wearing. But that's not something you should judge. Oh, no, based, in other words, because he can't afford those clothes. That's what I'm saying. It's not about, if you see a guy, see, this is the difference. That's why brothers have to understand. You see a guy dressing in some purple shorts, you can judge him. All right? To say, listen, this guy's something's off with this guy. But if the guy can't afford certain clothes, he don't have name brand, right? You don't judge a guy based on that. Or let's say if the guy is short, extra short, you don't judge a guy based on that. Or if the guy is extra tall, you don't give a man credit for that.
That's right, that's right.
You see what I'm saying? Because those are things a man can't control, so it doesn't judge his character. You understand what I'm saying? That's the point. But if you see a guy with purple, he got 6'9" hairdo with purple, green hair, you're gonna judge you. This guy's a bug out.
Yeah.
Go ahead. That's right, exactly. And that's the understanding of that. There's more than that.
Just to finish, are ye not partial in yourselves,
Yeah.
and are become judges of evil thoughts?
Right. All right. So that's it. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
This is John chapter 7
That's what you
and
have.
verse 24. Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgments.
Right. Judge not according to appearance, judge righteous judge. That even deals with those when a person comes up looking like an Edomite, coming looking like another nation. We can't just say off the rip necessarily you're a heathen for sure. We got to judge his spirit to see what his spirit is like, man. You know. And this guy yesterday, I was speaking to this guy yesterday, and you know, on the phone, you wouldn't know he looked like an Edomite, right? Because he was talking just like a Jake from Toronto. And he was telling me his whole story. He said, yeah, I grew up in an immigrant place, and you know, or whatever. It's in me, it's in my heart, you know. I kind of said, oh yeah, you were just born with the wrong skin. He's like, no, not the wrong skin, the right skin. They kind of got offended by it, you know. But I knew what I meant, you know what I'm saying? So I knew what I meant by that. But that was a Jake, you know. But don't bring it to these other camps because they're going to say, don't be you an Edomite, bro. Kiss, matter of fact, kiss my boot.
That's right.
Right? Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is
No, Salakia, brother. No. Go ahead, read.
Ecclesiasticus 11, verse 2. It says, command not a man for his beauty,
That's right.
neither abhor a man for his outward appearance.
Right, and that's his physical appearance, or even if he's wearing poor clothing, right? Right? You can't abhor a man for that. You have to judge his spirit. And this is what we keep showing people, man. All right? You see? Israelites all about black and white. Listen, we don't even say about. Listen, man, you gotta go deeper, man. Right. They're just scratching the surface, man. It's true. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And he, by his wisdom,
Read it again, brother. All right?
Book of Ecclesiastes 9:14. There was a little city and few men within it. And there came a great king against it and besieged it and built great bulwarks against it.
Right.
Now there was found in it a poor wise man.
Right.
And he, by his wisdom, delivered the city.
Right. And that represents us. You know? Go ahead.
Yet no man remembered that same poor man.
Right. You know, because the prophets have always been the ones to deliver the people. If whoever gets delivered, they deliver the prophets.
That's
You know? Because of Moses was a prophet, man. You know, but they didn't remember the prophets. They didn't regard the prophets, man. See, matter of fact, they persecuted the prophets, man. Showing you how rebellious and wicked it is, man. Right? Go ahead.
Hosea 12:13. And by a prophet the Lord brought Israel out of Egypt.
That's right.
And by a prophet was he preserved.
Right, that's Moses. Okay? You see,
Yes.
but then how are we delivered out of, how are we brought into the land? Through Joshua, Caleb. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Right? Go ahead. Or
Yeah.
Samuel. You had Samuel. Right? Who anointed the kings of Israel, set up judgment and so on and so forth, right? But they didn't remember, they didn't regard the prophets, man. Daniel, right? Mordecai. What about Mordecai, man? If it weren't for Mordecai, all you Israelites, whoever was in that area at that time would have been cut off. Go ahead. Yeah, Zerubbabel, which was King David in the spirit. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 16, then said I, wisdom is better than strength.
That's right.
Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised.
They despise it because these people are vain, man. You gotta understand that. You can't go through life. Well, you gotta understand it. You make your decisions how you want to go through life. And you come in, dressing in a certain way, going to the restaurant, and they're looking at you funny. Well, that's your choice. You decided that, oh, you're Satan, I'm going to catching all kinds of hell, brother. Yeah, of course you're catching all kinds of hell. You gotta use wisdom, man. Go ahead.
And his words are not heard.
His words are not heard. That's it. All right? But guess what? It speaks about how the wise man's words are heard more in secret. All right? Right? Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is the book Ecclesiastes, chapter 9, and verse 17. The words of wise men are heard in quiet more than the cry of him that rules among fools.
Right. That's it. Right. Because the ones that know that this man's wise and believe this man, the scriptures say believe in it, right? The scriptures say that mark the perfect man, right? So the ones that are truly marking the perfect, they're listening and really taking heed.
Right.
Not only do they listen to what he says, but they put it into action. Right? Like I say, when I hear one of the brothers and the apostles say certain things, I'm like, oh shoot, it's kind of like a revelation, something that I didn't really, you know what I mean, think of. I just needed them. Sometimes you think of something, but you need a brother to say it,
Yeah.
so you can boom, can push you into doing it. You know what I mean? And that's what happens. What? Okay, that's what happens. All right, there's some Kleenex. Right, that's what happens, man. Okay, well, read that again, bro.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 17. The words of wise men are heard in quiet more than the cry of him that rules among fools.
Right. Okay, because they're truly listening, man. They're truly receiving. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Ezekiel
See,
11.
even with these guys, these celebrities, right? And when they speak, people hear what they say, but most of the people ain't doing what they say. You know what I'm trying to say? They might say, "Oh, no, if you want to get successful, you got to do this and that." But then they're like, "Oh, yo, that's deep." And then when these guys go back and do what they were doing before,
Yeah.
you know, they listen, they stop, they listen, but they're really not putting forth the action. They're not sincere. Go ahead, bro.
It says here in Ezekiel 33 and 32, and lo, thou art unto them a very lovely song
Right.
of one that had a pleasant voice,
Yeah.
who can play well on an instrument.
So they look at this thing like entertainment.
Yeah.
A lot of Jay, they look at this thing as entertainment. They might, let me go watch the Apostles every Saturday. Like, the Apostles, right? They got a big bowl of Fruit Loops, right? With the milk, right? They already use half of the milk in the Fruit Loop, the big spoon that you use to stir soup. That's what they eat the Fruit Loops with, watching the Apostles, man. Oh, you heard it. Especially, but that's why they don't like GMS like that. Because I remember when it used to be more entertainment, more Edomites came up, when Edomite got sliced with the scriptures. You got 20 parts, and you start cursing out, whoever's uploading, brother, I'm talking about these people, they'd be like, not us, we're cursing, it's like, yeah, we wanted to see it. But these people, they're waiting for the next episode, they're like, oh man, they weren't finished with their food, so they're kind of mad. They want to finish while they watch. Right? They're just going to eat food and not watch something. Right? But that's the mindset. None of them ever do anything, bro. Right? Go ahead, man.
I'll start a verse up. Ezekiel 33 and 31. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people. And they hear thy words, but they will not do them.
Yeah.
For with their mouth they shew much love, but their hearts goeth after their covetousness.
Right, they show much, they speak with their mouth, right? But it's not sincere, man. You gotta show forth with your actions, man. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that people really respect is through your actions.
That's right.
Okay, that's the only thing y'all about shooting out respects. Go ahead, bro.
That's right.
This is Isaiah 29, verse 13. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near with me, so like draw near me with their mouth and
Right.
with their lips to honor me,
Yeah.
but have not removed their heart,
Right, like, go ahead,
but
bro.
have removed their heart far from me.
Right, just like the Christian church. They'll be screaming, praise God, this and that. God is good all the time, right? But they're not doing one thing that the scriptures say.
That's right.
Right? The Enoch manner of abominations. You see what I'm saying? Committing adultery. Right? Oh, celebrating Christmas. Where's that in the Bible? Where's that in the Bible? Celebrating Christmas, man. Huh? That's a pagan holiday. That's in Jeremiah the 10th chapter.
That's right.
But they do all of these things and they claim that they're followers of the Most High. Go ahead.
But have removed their heart from me.
Right.
And
Their heart. What's your heart? The Hebrew
mind.
word is lab. It means their mind.
That's
They
right.
remove their mind far from you. Go ahead.
And their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men.
Yeah, it's taught by the precept of men. They're learning of the Most High from the man's own mind. They're not reading the scriptures. They're not. The Holy Spirit ain't guiding you, right?
That's right, that's
So
right.
they'll say something. Only God could judge me. That's Tupac. That's not the scriptures. That's not even in the Bible. Go ahead.
Romans 10:2, for I bear them record that they
Come
have
as you are. Where's that in the Bible? It's not in the Bible. The scripture said to become a new man. You got to become a new person.
That's right.
You got to shut off the old person, man. You got to do basically a whole 360, man. Okay, and learn the ways of righteousness, man. Go ahead.
Romans 10:2,
Yep.
for I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High,
Right.
but not according to knowledge.
See, our people have a zeal, but it's not according to knowledge. See, they believe in the Most High. They have a zeal, but it's not according to the knowledge. They don't understand what the Most High requires.
That's right.
Go ahead, and you have to understand what He requires. Go ahead.
For they being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness,
Right.
and going about to establish their own righteousness,
That's it.
have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High.
Yeah, like IUIC, man. All right, because their thing is about how clean your garments is. Oh, how you dress is what determines what God you serve. Really? Where's that in the Bible? Right? That's all vanity, man. And that's why their congregation is full of women. I don't want to see a full bunch of women in the congregation. I don't want to see that. I'm going to feel like, oh, what am I doing wrong? What's going on here, man? Because they ain't with the truth, man. It's going to be only a few sisters that's going to be really watching this.
That's right. That's right.
These guys all through their comment board. They're all great teaching, mighty, powerful teacher of the Most High God. APTT, whatever. Right? Go ahead.
Exactly. It even says for the women, they're supposed to learn at home. They're supposed to be silent, and if they want to know anything, they should ask their husband.
That's right.
They should even be in the congregation.
That's right. That's right. You got women class, right? You got. Which I mean, if women teach other women, ain't nothing wrong with that. But they be in the class with the men having class, and the women are in the back. And then they'll come and they'll curse out a guy, stand up, brother. And the women are in the back with breastfeeding, giggling. This is stupid. That's like high school, right? That's why Jake didn't never pay attention in school, because you got hoes that you were looking at and you're trying to get with, So you don't want to study. No, you're going to study how to get her.
Yeah, lost.
Right?
Lost.
You try to be the class clown, because you try to get her. Right?
That's why, of
Hold on,
course,
Sabah, you want to say something first?
No, I just said.
Okay, go ahead, brother. Salaki.
that's why also, according to the scriptures, for a woman to
Go
come,
ahead.
to come into the church, she had to meet certain criteria. Like she had to be, if I'm not mistaken, a widow. I had a certain, like 70 years old. And have been well reported among the congregation.
She didn't have to be a widow, but she had to be over a certain age, 16, 16 years old.
Yeah. Over a particular age, and then for her to join come in the church.
Why did you say that though? You said that because, younger women are going to be in touch, they're going to want to go and, get a man or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be undisciplined at that particular time. Right? Because what? They're going to be horny or whatever the case may be. They're coming up to that age, man. So that's why you said that.
And also it says like there was gossip. Women, they love to gossip. They say, oh, you're a better teacher than him. How come you're not up there, doing the service?
Exactly.
That's a problem.
Well,
It should be you.
It should be you.
Well, that's what he even said that I think it was Goodfellas too. He said, you can't have them together, deal with your wife. You can't have them coming together because mesmerism, right? Because why? Because they're coming together, they're talking shit. She's speaking about what her husband do with this. This shit coming around kind of wickedness. Oh yeah, he flips me over. He likes to grab my. I wish Charles would do that. Right? Oh yeah. Yeah. But this is the sickness of it. It's the sickness of it. Okay. Go ahead, man. Who's reading?
Ezekiel 33 and 32. And lo, thou art unto them a very lovely song of one that had a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but do them not.
Yep. That's it. Point blank period, man. Okay? So the scriptures also say that to the wicked, what has thou to do to fulfill my statute? We could tie that to you too. Because you ain't doing, you hate instruction, man. Just like Esau Edom. You got the scriptures in your hand and you hate instruction. We tell you about the instruction that they're wicked. Okay. So you hate instruction. You're just like you're wicked. Matter of fact, bring that scripture out. You go tie that to Jacob. Okay? Fine. All right? No. What has thou to do to declare my statutes? No? Well, anybody have a precept? Yeah, I got something. Okay, you got it already?
This is Psalm 50 and verse 16. But unto the wicked, the Most High said,
And do you not have wicked Israelites? Scripture say, among my people are found wicked men. Go ahead.
what hast thou to do to declare my statute?
Right.
Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth?
Right, and the wicked scribes and Pharisees were doing that too. What did Yahweh Shai say? Give me that. Do as they do.
Oh, yeah.
Do as they say. Right? So they had this stat. They were sitting in Moses' seat, man. What were they doing, man? Talking spit. Because at that time, guess what? At that time, Esau didn't have the law. He wasn't keeping the law. Okay? But this did happen in the future. Go ahead.
It says, seeing thou hatest instruction,
Yeah?
and castest my words behind thee.
Right. So they get the scriptures and they cast the word of the scriptures behind them, man. They don't take it to heart. They don't do what it says. You got it? Bring that out.
Matthew 23 and I'll start at 2. Salakia. Matthew 23 and 3. All therefore whatsoever they bid you, observe, that observe and do. But do not ye after their works, for they say...
What one verse?
I'll start at 1.
Yep.
Matthew 23 and 1. Then spake Yahweh Shai to the multitude and his disciples, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore whatsoever they bid you, observe, that observe and do. But do not ye after their works, for they say and do not.
Right, they say and do not, man. They have the scriptures in their hand, but they ain't practicing. Right?
For they bid heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and lay them on man's shoulders, but they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers.
That's how they operate, man. That's how they were operating, and that's how you have people operating now. Okay, but now we tie that to Esau Edom because he has that in his court systems, right? His presidents, they swear in on it, right? But look at how they rule the earth. They're trying to push that alphabet agenda all around the planet. Why they're holding the Bible? Why they got the Bible? They call it a Christian nation and all this nonsense. So the Most High is going to destroy these Edomites. And he's going to destroy 2/3 of Jacob. The scriptures say the Most High is not mocked. Man.
That's right.
See, they think the Most High is mocked. The Most High is not mocked.
That's right. That's right.
He's getting ready to do away with this place. What?
Matthew 16 and 6. Then Yahweh Shai said unto them, take heed and beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and the Sadducees.
Yeah, beware of the leaven.
The leaven.
What's what? That's within them.
That's right.
You see, they never purged out the leaven. See, when you come into this truth, man, you want to hold the scripture and speak about you're going to curse out certain people for doing such and such. You got to make sure that you start purging out your leaven too.
That's right.
You'll keep your leaven and then you cursing out people. And then you get called out on something. Yo, I don't, why you talking to me like that?
That's right. That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying? No. It doesn't work that way.
This is Romans 2, verse 21. Thou therefore which teachest another, teachest thou not thyself? Thou that preachest a man shall not steal, dost thou steal?
Right, because that's called being a hypocrite. The majority of the people in this earth are hypocrites. They act like they're holy. If you ask any of them, I'm a good person, I do this, you know. Listen, they're all full of SHIT. Okay? It's not sincere. If they do certain things, they gotta be known. They're not gonna do something in secret. Right? Ask them if they gave, $30 to a homeless person and just walked off, man. They don't do those type of things, man. See, brothers will do that. On the solo with no one around, without even brothers around. Go ahead.
It says,
Right, see, because these guys ain't pure, these people ain't pure, man. All right, they're not pure, man, and you can't trust them, man.
This is Matthew chapter 6 and verse 3. But when thou doest alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doeth.
Perfect. What's alms? That's giving up charity, man. You're not supposed to be announcing that to the world, man. You got people doing the camera.
Yeah.
Like the one NW, she got extra money for like the liquor store gave her extra money, $800. She there with it. The 800, giving it to the guy. Like, what's that about, man? So this knows everything that you're doing. Anything, you might as well have kept it, man. Go ahead.
That's what real quick. That's what the celebrities do, right?
Yeah.
You know, they bring their camera, you know, giving this amount of money to this homeless person to help them.
Right.
You know, really they're doing that to seek the praises of men. You know, to show that they're a good person, they're a holy person.
Right.
You know, really deep down, man, they're the worst human being to ever live, man.
That's it. Back it up. One more.
That thine alms may be in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret, himself shall reward thee openly.
That's it, because we trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You see, this is why when we come around brothers, we're coming around pure spirits. You know, if a brother ain't pure, it's not gonna jive. But we coming around pure spirits. So that's how we connect. That's how we go, this is good. It's a good union. You know, sincere people, man. You know, they ain't gonna help you out, and then every other month they're bringing it up. Yeah, no, yeah, well, hey, you don't remember?
That's crazy.
You acting all hype. You don't remember, eh? You don't remember? If it wasn't for me, you'd be eating out the garbage. Man. That's how Jake operates, bro. That's how Jake operates, man. That's messy. But then when they fall on hard time, they don't want it brought up, man. Yeah, they want it to vanish away as a vision. Huh?
Back to Romans 2 and verse 21. In verse 22 it says, thou that sayest a man should not commit adultery, dost thou commit adultery?
Right.
Thou that abhors idols, dost thou commit sacrilege? Thou that makest thy boast of the law, through breaking the law, dishonorest thou the Most High?
Well, you got IUIC. Well, you got the Christians and IUIC, right? But first of all, you're calling on Jesus Christ. That's another God right there. And you're cursing out the Christians, man. And then you go and rebuke them. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. Man. When I heard that, I was like, let me just turn this shit off, man. This is stupid, man. This is dumb. And you got a Christian church saying, oh, Jesus is Lord. There's only one God, right? Okay, let's say that Jesus is their one God. Why are you celebrating Christmas? What does that got to do with Jesus? What does Easter got to do with you? That's another God right there. Halloween. Well, I'm going to dress him up as Jesus. Wow. Go ahead, man.
This is Matthew 7. I'm going to start at verse 1. Judge not that ye be not judged. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you again.
And Esau is not getting no mercy, man. Because Esau shows zero mercy, man. Just the way he built the society is merciless, man. You know? Partner up, ticket. Everything's a ticket, man. Everything's a charge. You go over an Ivan site. In the mail. Right. You get the charge in the mail. You don't even know you passed the 825. So I don't remember passing the 825. But it's in the mail. Right? And then the taxes that this guy wants to tax people. And if these people were in their right mind, they would have been rioting for this already. Yeah. They're not in their right mind. Because if you would have brought this back to the early 50s, the 40s, bro, they would have already had Justin Trudeau strung up somewhere. They would have been hanging already from somewhere. You kidding me, bro? And not just him, whoever's in charge, man. Because this is ridiculous, man. And then when you try to start a business, it's like a damn, like World War III to get that thing popping. Right? Oh, this, and then you got to get the tax report and this, and you know what I'm saying? And then you got to go register it, and then you need a license for that and this and that. What's all this about, man? Why can't I just buy something and sell it for a higher price?
That's right.
Buy wholesale, sell it for a higher price. What's so complicated about that? No, not with the devil in the machine. This is why when we get you devils, you're not gonna have any mercy.
That's right.
James 2 and 13. For you shall have judgment without mercy that has shown no mercy. And mercy rejoiceth against judgment. This is James 2 and 11. For he that said, do not commit adultery, said also, do not kill. Now if thou commit no adultery, Yet if thou kill, thou art become a transgressor of the law.
That's it. That's it. Back to Matthew 7 and verse 3. It says, and why beholdest thou the mote?
No, we gonna go hold off on that for a second. Read that.
This is Isaiah 10 and verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, that write grievousness which they have prescribed.
Everything that Esau writes is unrighteous. Oh, well, there's murder laws. No, but the laws they have for murder is unrighteous. Ain't no death. You ain't putting them to death right away. You putting them in jail, locking them in jail with other people that ain't even do the same crime. It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense, right? So what do you think they're going to be doing? They're going to be terrorizing those people, right? You know what I'm saying? You got Tukey Williams in there with some guy who stole $10,000. Doesn't make any sense. What?
Verse 2, it says to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless.
Right, and you know why Esau does that too? For money. Because he can keep them in there. That's perpetual slavery. And that's real chattel slavery right there. And that's his legal way of putting you in chattel slavery. Oh, Esau talking about child labor. You got child labor going on in Montreal, in Canada. Why do you get child labor where? Huh? The juvenile detention centers, man. What the hell are you talking about, man? They got them packing nails, you know what I'm saying? Paying them literally like $2 a day, man. Literally, that's going on right now. In Cité, Bordeaux. Not Bordeaux, Cité, whatever. What's the next one? Bad Shot.
Quartier.
Huh?
Quartier.
Quartier is another one. You see? How I know, because I got different, bro. I know it is, bro. The way out there, it's like, damn, all that $2. But you can cut a happy kid tonight, you can buy it.
Yeah.
Right? You get $5 a day, so you get happy, you know? Now you get chips in milk. Come on, man. Yeah. But that's minors though. So what's all this talk about whole child labor is no good? You see the hypocrisy? But nobody's speaking about that. Go ahead, man. Esau's a damn hypocrite, man. Go ahead, bro.
Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus said the Lord of hosts.
Okay, go ahead, bring it up.
Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
Right. Jakes are still in captivity, man. Right? You got stupid Jakes talking about, oh, slavery's a choice. How? So that means you chose to be in slavery now. You're in slavery now, dummy. Oh, no, not. Well, okay, then go drive without a license, man. Tell them you're sovereign. Oh, listen, sovereign people don't need license. Sovereign people don't need a social security, man. Sovereign people don't need permission to travel somewhere, man. You got everyone in captivity. Everyone in this earth is in captivity except for the elites. What the hell are you talking about, man? Even the prime minister, even the president is a higher level slave, man, to the elites. That's why y'all gonna have to take the mark. Y'all gonna have to take the microchip, man. And they're gonna make them take the microchip. If you don't take it, you're gonna be able to buy nothing. All right? You're gonna go to the store, access denied. That's what's coming, man. Go ahead, bro.
This is Baruch 3 and verse 8. It says, behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our fathers.
Yeah, subject to payments. This is what Esau is all about. He's about having you being subject to pay, and he's always finding new ways to make you pay. See, that's the gradualism, man. And then he got these people so docile that they don't even rebel against it. They just recently talked about 6% tax on liquor. Where did you come up with this? For what? We're not being taxed enough? Huh? And the liquor's already going up. But now we'll add another 6% coming in April. And that shit came in fast. They just constantly find ways to chip away. You're not getting more money. You're not getting more pay. They're not giving you raises gradually. The only thing that's getting gradual is the payments you gotta make, man. And he telling me it's a righteous society? It's a wicked, evil society ruled by a bunch of scumbags, man. Which are the nation of Edom, man. The race of the Edomites, man. Right. This is why once they get out, the earth is gonna rejoice, man. Because this can't happen under a righteous leadership, man. kidding me, man? You gotta pay freaking insurance. Bro, this is sick, man. Say it loud, bro.
You can't live off one income.
No, not now. Not now. Depending on what you make, you gotta be making good bank. I mean, you gotta be a doctor or something.
Yeah.
All right? What you got, bro?
Even I read, my brother did a video, and that you're getting
People out.
the fact that you're getting even the fact that when you go pay for groceries,
Yeah.
they give you less. They give you less of what
Yeah.
the normal amount.
Yeah.
And then so now you're paying more for less.
Right.
And the fact that there's inflation.
Right.
Your money is less than what it, that has less value.
Right.
So you're
So-
getting hit on both sides. So the brother said you're getting less for your money, and you're getting less for your money at the end of the day.
Right. They call it shrinkflation.
Yeah.
Right? So they're shrinking it, but then on top of that, the inflation is going up. You're paying more, but see, so it seems like, okay, it's going up steady. No, it's not going up steady. Okay, it's going up very rapidly, right?
Putting in the squeeze.
But you're not even eating pure food.
Yeah.
The thing is, you're eating the food is all defiled. I was just walking through the organic section the other day, man, and I was reading the label and I was getting mad, man, because I really didn't really notice most of the things there, they got this thing called natural flavor. What the hell is that? That could be anything, and it really literally is anything. It's whatever Esau chooses to put it in. Right? They got this thing where they have something called, they use like beaver poop or like beaver.
For
Right?
vanilla flavor?
They do it for vanilla, but they have another thing too where they use it, or is it, there's another animal they use like a butt excretion. See, Esau's a sick effort, man. And you wonder why we're mad, man? We can't say enough. We can't bring up enough scriptures about Esau either, man. We cannot bring up enough scriptures and evidence against Esau either, man. Go ahead, man. It's ridiculous,
Ecclesiastes
man.
7:7.
Right?
Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad.
Right, and this society is full of oppression, man. Everywhere you turn, man. Like I said, man, they're gradually bringing up making you pay for new things, man. All right? Taxes is constantly going up, man. All right?
How
But see, these people are not wise. That's why they're not mad about it. Go ahead.
Habakkuk 2:6, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunted proverb against him,
Right.
and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
That's Esau Edom, man, and he's constantly increasing that which is not his, constantly chipping away at people's pays. All right? This devil is insatiable, and he's not going to stop. Don't think, oh yeah, well, okay, maybe let's say Esau was ruled for another 100 years, which would never happen. Okay? He's gonna stop eventually. No, he'll never stop. Man. The so-called white man is a demon, man. Read that again.
Habakkuk 2:6, shall not all
But
these.
the Romans did the same thing. When these devils were ruling us, Rome, they did it. See, this is why this is the new Roman Empire. Because they were constantly finding things to tax people on. There's always a new thing popping up. Oh, we're going to tax you on this now. They tax you on that. And then on top of that, they done devalue the money system. So it's the same thing. Go ahead.
Habakkuk 2:6, shall not all these take up a parable against him,
Right.
and a taunting proverb against him.
And that's the other nations. They're speaking up against these Edomites. All right, go ahead.
And say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
Oh, the robbery, you know, but not just the robbery of these other nations too. Natural resources, okay, the uranium, the oil, the gold, the precious stones. Go ahead.
How long? And to him that ladded himself with thick clay.
Right. And that's it. It's all debt. This is a debt-based system, man. Right? And it's sick. It's sick, man. Well, and Esau's in debt to everyone else. When you look at it, because he done robbed everybody, man. But he's especially in debt to us, man. Because we're coming to take all of it. Listen, the Lord is going to give all of it, give all of what He has to us, man.
That's right.
Go ahead,
Micah 2:2, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and a house and take them away, so that they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage.
bro. You don't own no house here. You don't own no heritage here, man. Because you okay? I paid down my house, but did you pay down the land? Right? Oh, okay, maybe another 30 years. You understand what I'm saying to you? So this place, Esau set this place up terrible, man. So they were middle class. You think you're doing something? Look, you own nothing, man. You own nothing. You're living off of your credit cards and shit. You
Sure.
own nothing.
Sure.
Go ahead, man. Even these Edomites.
Sure.
See, there's one time Esau was doing good. Now Esau's mad. Now Esau's talking about we all got to get together. What? What? Nigga, what? Right? He was up before. He was on top of kicking in his face. You know? Kicking on you. Right? Pouring goo. Right? On your head. And then he got cast down. I know y'all got me all in this fight together. You got the
right.
goo all on your face. You're like, yo, you all right? Right? There's gonna be race wars too, man. All right, and guess what? Esau's outnumbered. All right, you got Ishmael, all kind of other nations too. Hey, when the Lord rises up the spirits, don't think necessarily the nations gonna be kissing Esau. Okay, it's gonna be dog eat dog out here. Y'all remember that? If I may add real quick, you know, he said Esau is outnumbered. That's why Esau came up with the whole theory of white and black, man. Yeah, because at that time he realized, bro, he was really the minority, man. Because really he is. And that's the whole reason behind that, man. Like you said, you know, race wars are gonna come, man. You know, one realm against another, one people against another, man. And that's what's gonna happen in the times to come. That's right. That's right. Back here says,
a lot of these, we had a lot of these mosques that Esau went into, you know, that fire. You know, now you don't see a lot of these mosques. They don't have the name on top of the mosque. See, they hide it.
Oh.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Some of them is hidden, very hidden.
They don't, you know, because they know Esau, he runs up to these things and starts, you know.
Is that why they do it?
I believe because there was a moment where you could see masjid or mosque, whatever. Now you don't see it, you know.
I don't know.
So I assume.
I don't know. Okay. But at the end of the day, yeah, we know Esau was doing that every now and then. He was doing little things like that. But really, when you speak to these other nations, you know, sometimes you'll have a conversation, and they'll say, "Hey, white people," you know, every now and then, man. Okay. What you got? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Obadiah 1 and 2, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, that are greatly despised.
Yeah, Esau is being despised, man. As the day goes by, Esau is being more and more despised. You know, more and more hated. You know? Real quick, you know, it said, I have made thee small among the nations. Even the Amalekites, you know, they always proclaim that what? They make up 1% of the whole population. You know, just backing up that point. Well, that small is dealing with the spies too, you know what I'm saying? It's really dealing with the spies. It's not even dealing with that. It's just dealing with like they're looking down on you, like that's what it's dealing with, you know. Esau is the least. He's compared to the other nations, you know what I mean? Like if you put all the nations together, I can't say Esau, but I'll say Amalek is definitely a very much a minority. Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 94, verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by Allah?
Right, because they frame wickedness by their laws. But because it's law, it's okay. Like just recently, you seen they started. I don't know where it was, man, but they showed like a pack of cocaine that they made legal. You know, supposedly. I don't know where that was. That was BC. So Esau could, but before he was treating you like you had cocaine, you had crack. Get down. They had the guns out. But now they're selling it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They would even do that if you had weed and shit at one point, right? But now there's dispensaries everywhere, SAP. And even in the time of inflation, not the time of inflation, the time of the epidemic, it was still open. Somehow it was essential.
Yeah.
But it wasn't essential when Jake was selling it in their house. You see the hypocrisy of this devil? You see the inconsistency with this devil? That all he does is push forth vanity and madness. And look for his own profit and gain while everyone else got to keep a foot on their neck. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, bro. This is Wisdom of Solomon 2 and verse 11. Let our strength be the law of justice. That's it. For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. It's all about the fact that they have the power to do it, right? It says, woe to them, Micah. Let me Micah 2 and 1.
Got the power in their
Micah chapter
hands.
2 and 10, 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their
It's
hands.
in the power of their hands, man. So that's why they do it. But they don't understand there's a judgment. They didn't consider the latter end.
No.
There's a great judgment coming to these devils, man. Even going back to Cain, they're gonna have to pay for all of that, man. The serpent, they're gonna have to pay for that, man. And we're gonna find out who the serpent was too. The serpent. He's gonna be given to Yahweh Shai.
Oh yeah.
Yahweh Shai. You know, there's some special punishment for him, man. Torture chambers or whatever, man. Go ahead, bro.
Proverbs 22 and 22. Rob not the poor because he is poor. Neither
That's
oppress
the serpent. That's it. That's it. You know? Fucking Evelyn, you know? Go ahead, man. Evelyn Rothschild. Which I don't know. I don't know if it's him, but it's one of them high level devils. Go ahead.
Proverbs 22 and 22. Rob not the poor because he is poor. Neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. For the Lord will plead their cause
right.
and spoil the soul of those that spoil them.
That's
And
right.
that's all Esau does, man. He robs the poor, man. That's all he does. He goes into these countries, you know, and basically strong arms their resources. And then he asks, oh, I don't know. Why is it underdeveloped? It's so underdeveloped. I don't know. Maybe it's because you went in there and stole everything, you fucking devil. Huh? Yo, France keep their hands in Africa, bro. They never stop. Belgium, all right? You see? So but they come in, they disguise it as a form of aid.
Yeah.
Ecclesiasticus, the 12th chapter, man. What is it?
Ecclesiasticus 36 and 26. Who will trust a thief well appointed? That skippeth from city to city. So who will believe a man that hath no house and lodgeth wheresoever the night taketh?
Right, because these other nations, they really don't trust Esau, but it's like they got to kind of deal with him because he's the guy with the power. You know what I mean? Like he comes in, I'm going to do this and that. They're like, okay. You know, but deep down they're like, yo, you know? Because he has the power, right? Well, that's because recently they spoke about how if Uganda doesn't
Homosexual.
give rights to the alphabet, all the issues in the earth, their focus is on the alphabet, the freakism.
Yeah.
Yo, we need more freaks out there. We need more, you know? That's the main issue, man. We need to get more gay people. We need more of that. See, Esau's a perverse, he's a perverse, sick fucker, man. He's not worried about food. He's not fucking food. What else is he supposed to do with food? Booty. like that guy from I wanted. I see that. That's Esau. I like that. He said it's more important than water and food, man. Go ahead, man. But that's the spirit of Esau, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Real quick, even it says the thief comes not but to steal, kill, and destroy. So that's why he comes. He comes to steal and to kill and to destroy with his philosophies. Man. That's his whole purpose, man. You know? And that's why, like the brother said, these other nations, they look at Esau, they'll deal with them, but behind, you know, they really don't want to mess with this guy. You know? It's because they have to.
Yep.
Revelation 13 and 4. And they worship the dragon which gave power unto the beast. And they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him?
That's exactly it. Perfect. All right. They know they can't come up against the beast right now, so that's why they're moving like that. But slowly they're building up their allegiances, man. BRICS nations, man. You know, coming together. Well, give me Ezekiel 38. Go ahead. All right. It's the BRICS nations, man.
Ezekiel chapter 38 and verse 3 and verse 2. Son of man, set thy face against God, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech, and Tubal, and prophesy against him. And say, thus said Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back.
And that's speaking about Russia. All right. What?
And put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields.
Right. So they're coming with their tanks, right? Their different military vehicles. All right. Their guns. You know, they fighter jets, so on and so forth, right?
all of them handling swords. Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them. All of them with shield and
Now
helmet.
going to Iran, you know, Ethiopia, you know, Libya, right?
Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarma of the north.
And you think those people in Libya forgot what you did to the Gaddafi? They didn't forget about that. The whole world saw that. And that was pure wickedness. But why did they do that? Because because he was trying to bring in that gold standard. Which that's what they do with anyone that tries to bring up another standard outside of the dollar. Showing you how corrupt these devils are, man.
And he might be a Jake, right?
Oh yeah, he definitely, I believe he is.
Me too.
Me personally, I
Me
believe
too.
he is.
Me too.
Go ahead. He even kind of had that glow. You know?
Yeah.
He kind of had that jig to it. What? Oh, he's part of the Mormon Empire. That's well, he's in North Africa. Yeah, we're all up there. That's where the Moors came from, right?
Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarma of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them.
That's what Russia is. He's guarding those other nations. All right, and that's the alliance that's being formed to come up against the beast. You know, but ultimately everyone's going to come up against America.
Right.
Okay, which is Babylon the Great. I want to keep going on that, right? I think you might have to jump in. Yeah,
Verse 10, and thus saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought.
Yeah, what's that evil thought? That press that button, man. That's the evil thought, man. And he might not even know why. They might say, you know, they're going to have peace. You know, but no matter what they say, man, at the end of the day, that button's going to be pressed, whether they do it or whether the angels do it, man. Go ahead.
And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages.
Yeah.
I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates.
That's a miracle, okay? That's speaking about America. Babylon is great, okay? What you got there?
This is Jeremiah 51 and verse 3. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow. And against him that lifteth himself up in his brigandine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in her streets.
Right, so everyone that's in the land of America at that time, they're not being elected, they're not being beamed up, they're going to be melted, right? Straight up, okay, by those nuclear weapons. Go ahead, go ahead.
It says, For Israel hath not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power.
Yeah.
Of
See,
the Lord.
we have not been forsaken. We'll never be forsaken.
Right.
Right? The Israelites will never be forsaken. Right? You see, the heathen, they got an upper hand now. They think they got it, but the Lord is trying to put them down, man.
That's right.
He's trying to put us over them. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel, flee ye out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his own soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken.
Yeah, with what her philosophies, her wickedness, and they're trying to pour some more wine down Uganda's throat, right? You know, with the whole alphabet there. Yeah, come on, take your last sip, right? Go ahead.
The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore the nations are mad.
Yeah, they're crazy. Because the way Babylon is, Babylon's a madhouse. America's a madhouse. You see it, bro? They can't define a woman. You define a woman, you got a person who thinks they're a woman. What? That's a madhouse, man. That's a crazy place, man. And then they'll complain when they take over all their sports. Ah, man, what's going on? So they're all crazy. They're fucked up. They're mad. Okay. Go ahead.
That's a
Job 10
spirit.
and,
Go ahead.
yeah, Job 10 and 22, a land of darkness as darkness itself, and of the shadows of death without any order, and where the light is as darkness.
There's absolutely no order in Babylon. Babylon's the place where they push not to have work. You know, just do what you want. You can't judge nothing. Just do anything. You know, that's how they operate, man. And then you got the women. They don't even want to have children. They want to be career people, right? And then they grow up and they're old and then they're mad. They don't have a husband. Right? But then they want a husband to pay the bills, but then they don't want to be traditional. This is a mad place. Now, I'm not cooking and clean, but pay all the bills. What the fuck?
Confusion, yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. That wine of Babylon that makes them mad. When you drink alcohol a lot, and you get too you get too drunk, right? You start acting kind of, walking funny. You're slurring your words. So people think you're crazy, man. That's why when Hannah came up to the temple, right? She thought she was drunk. He said, "Listen, man, you thought she was a daughter of Belial. Right? She thought she was drunk, right? But she was setting up some prayers with the kids, right? So this is how these people are acting. This is how these other nations are acting right now.
That's right.
Following Babylon the Great. Okay, when you look at China, Hong Kong, right? What's happening over there? It's full of pollution. Why is it polluted? Because they're following after America. They're following after these Edomites, man. And what are they pushing? Destruction.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro. This is a place where these women are so drunk, they would rather have.
Say what
These women are so drunk, they would rather have Instagram than a long-term boyfriend.
Yeah. And they see that. So this is how sick these people. These people are sick, man. It's a sick society.
From Instagram.
Yeah. They're married to social media.
You know, this is sleeping with you at times, right?
Yeah, because they always ask them that, like fresh and shit. They say, oh, would you, if your boyfriend tells you that, you want to get married, and he tells you to meet your Instagram, would you do it? No, I wouldn't. So, what are you gonna do with it? They really just gotta be melted in Babylon. You can't rehabilitate them. They're not gonna repent.
Wow.
That's the solution.
That's so.
Isaiah 24 and verse 10, the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in.
Yep, that's it. All right, go ahead.
This is
And that's America, the city of confusion, man. Confusion means with mixture, right? Like when you take out the foundation of understanding, the milk of human understanding, right? Right? A man and woman. There's a man and there's a woman. That's milk. That's milk. And they create a family. That's milk. That's not complication. That's straight. That's easy to digest. Because milk is easy for the child to digest in the stomach. See, meat gets a little complicated, right? Now milk, they destroy that. And now they blur the lines between everything, right? Like, go ahead, pass, right? Right? What you say? Okay, now there's no woman, there's no man, right? Well, really, we're no different from animals. Really, snow is no different from heat, right? Right. Sex is anything. Really, sex is anything. You can put your thing inside of a sewer system. That's sex. That's an orient. See, so they blur the lines between everything, man. Now these people all bugged the hell out, man. And there's no one more crazy than a woman that went to university and college, man. There's no one more crazy, man. When you see they got that bull nose ring,
Oh, no.
there's no understanding. She's without understanding.
Wow.
Go ahead, man. Yeah, come on. It's that college messes their mind up heavily, man. Go ahead, bro.
Job 17 and 12. They changed the night into day.
That's it. They changed it. Read it again, man. Read it again, brother.
Job 17 and 12. They changed the night into day.
Right. They're telling you what's bad is good. They tell you what's good is bad. Right? Yeah, this chick there, it clearly is a woman. She got breasts. Okay? And the guy's looking at her, and he's like, ma'am, stop misgendering her. What the fuck? And then they get all hyped up, like standing on the table. You're misgendering. Yo, these people are crazy, man.
Wow.
They need to be locked up somewhere, man. They don't need to be out in the general public, man. Ultimately, they need to be put to death, man. Wait.
Do whatever.
Golly, man, these people are insane, man. And they think that's normal. They think that's their logic.
Yeah.
God.
Go ahead, man. They changed the night into
They
day.
changed the night into day.
The light is short because of dark.
We're looking at the sky, right? There's no sun out, but they want you to say there's the sun out. The sun is right there. Where is it? No, it's right. It's shining. Don't you see? It's daytime. It's morning right now. No, it's not morning. It's going on to 6 p.m. No, it's morning. And then they're fighting with you about these things. See, but Esau wants it that way. He wants that confusion. Because he wants to be able to tell you that 5 plus 5 is 18. Right? Like you watch some of those movies, right? And they be torturing the guy and they be telling him, how much fingers do I have? 4. They shot. Okay.
Broken. Yo.
Right. Oh, no, that was terrible. That was so.
Yo, they broken.
That was too much.
Yo.
So anyway, I didn't want to remember that scene. That scene I didn't want to remember. I said, I'm going to have more mercy on Esau. But anyways. But hold on. But other ways, right? So they, right? Says, how much fingers do I have? 4. This is shocking. He's like 4. He's like, after a while he starts crying and shit. He's like 4. Right? He chop off a finger. Right? So then eventually they break it. How many fingers do I have? 17. Right? So that's how Esau wants you to be, right? He wants to break down these people so bad so that they just, what they see in front of them is not reality. It's not truth. You know? You see people dropping dead left and right. Right? You got 20-year-old. Oh, 20-year-olds always been catching heart attacks. Come on. Didn't you grow up in high school? Did you have kids dropping dead in gym class? Come on. Wasn't that just normal? Right? You feel something. No, it wasn't because of that. It was the next day you felt it, right? No. It was a bad tuna fish sandwich you ate. Right? And then if you don't accept that, now you're a conspiracy, you're a secret, and a matter of fact, you're a threat to society. Oh, man. Go ahead, brother.
Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge.
That's it.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. And thou shalt be no priest unto me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children.
The Lord's going to forget you, man. He's going to forget you. Matter of fact, give me Isaiah 65. Verse 11. What?
Nahum 3 and 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft.
That's it, man. This is all witchcraft Esau's doing in the earth, man. All right, and where's the hub of witchcraft? Babylon the Great.
Sure.
That's the hub of witchcraft, man. You have something else?
Revelation 14 and 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Right. And who's more drunk than you Jakes, man? Who's more drunk than Jake? What you got, brother?
Isaiah 28 and 15. Because they have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell we are at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves.
That's Jake. That's what Jake is in right now. They're hiding in falsehood. You can clearly see the system is not right. You can clearly see it's wicked. Right? You cried, you voted for Biden. Now he could barely. His soup is dribbling out of his. Eat the soup. It's dribbling out the side of his mouth. Right? Now you want Trump back in. So you're a ball of confusion. And when you bring Trump in there, he's going to bring guillotines in there. He's not for you, man. All right, but that's okay. Whoever goes in there, we just want them to bring in what.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Because, like as the other Apostle Bible says, it's always darkest before the dawn. Right? Meaning before the sun rises, it's always most dark. Go ahead, bro.
Isaiah 30 and 3. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
Right, because most of our people, they're trusting in Egypt, meaning what they're trusting in society. Right? Or they have gone from mountain to
Wait.
There's more on that? There's more on that?
Isaiah 42 and verse 18. Hear ye deaf and look ye blind, that ye may see. Who is blind but my servant? Or deaf as my messenger that I sent?
Right. But what you speaking with you Israelites, man. You guys are blind, man. You guys can't see, even you Israelite leaders. You can't see, you can't even see what the MOTB is, man.
That's
Matter of fact,
crazy.
give me that, give me that. So hold it on, just keep it. But you guys can't even see that, and that's clear as the Edomites can see that. Go ahead, bro.
Who is blind as he that is perfect, and blind as the Lord's servant,
That's right.
seeing many things, but thou observest not, opening the ears, but he heareth not.
That's it. That's it. Right? Go ahead, bro.
This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 6. It
What's the
reads,
time?
It's
reads.
one hour, but it stopped before.
When you stop it?
When it stopped, it was maybe 20 minutes.
What?
This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 6. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill.
Right.
They have forgotten their resting place.
Right. So in other words, they're trying to trust into whatever government they were under at that particular time. Right? Whichever good in government, you can't trust them there. You have to trust in the Yahweh Shai. They don't have your best interest.
Yeah, sure.
What? You got something? Oh, you got something else?
Yeah, real quick, Isaiah 30 and 12. Wherefore thus said the Holy One of Israel, because they despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out of a high wall, which breaketh coming suddenly at an instant.
That's it. That's it. Okay? Right? It's good. You can break it down, brother.
Okay, so again, because they put their trust in oppression, suddenly when they say peace and safety, they shall be taken in the destruction. They shall, it says, he that is hoping and he that is holding up shall fall together. So you're putting your trust in this wicked system, you're going to fall with it.
That's right. That's
Right,
right.
my brother. But ultimately, guess what? We're excited to see what's going to happen after this Passover. That's coming.
That's right.
Okay, because we know it's about to get heavy. I know there's a major events that's getting ready to come. All right? And these people are not ready for it, man. These people are not ready at all, man. Before they know it, it's gonna be hard to get food. Before they know it, they're gonna be locked down again, even harder than before. You know? And that goes into what? We're coming into the time of the Noahide laws. You know? What is that? By anything that you go off on with the Noahide laws, you get put to death.
That's right.
Beheaded, man. But guess who's exempt from that? The small hat. You got something?
Yeah, this is the book of Second Ezra.
Hold on, you got something based on what I just said? Bring it out.
Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
God.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
He knows he has a short time. He knows his time is almost up, man. So Esau, he's moving quick to establish his NWO. They said 2030, no, they're moving before that. All right? They won't be there before. They're trying to. They have a schedule of 2024, man. They're trying to. 2025. They ain't playing with these people, man. Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
This is Second Ezra chapter 16 and verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think
And in order for it to be established in 2030, right? Think about it. They got chaos had to come. All hell got to break loose before that, because that's going to be the savior, right? So that means in between that time, between 2023, between 2023 and 2030, for 7 years, within that time period, right? They want all hell broken loose. They want people to be, you know what I'm saying? Survival mode. Right? Go ahead.
It says, behold, victuals, it's like, because even the different wars that happened, some wars they lasted like how many years? So 5, 6 years? World War I, World War II.
That's almost 7 years.
Yeah, so they have to establish, they have to come into that, or what they wanted to establish, these things have to happen.
Right, exactly.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. It says, right, that's what's getting ready to happen. There's sword, famine, and great confusion. That's what's coming. Right? He said it's set over the 4 kinds. Those 4 kinds are all coming. They're all going to be here together at one point. All right? What you got? Bring it on up.
This is 2nd Ezra 15, and I'm going to start at verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm.
And that's only the elect. Only the elect is going to be delivered at this time. Give me Jeremiah 30:7. Hold that real quick. Give me Jeremiah 30:7. All right? Only the elect, man. Everyone is not going to be delivered out of that time, man.
Book of Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
See, that's the time we're coming to Jacob's trouble. Once the height of Jacob's trouble is when Yahweh Shai comes back, right? You know, that's the final part. You know, it's the end part of it. But there's going to be Jacob's trouble before that. Jacob's going to be catching hell before that. Salaki, go ahead, Machai, bring that up.
This is Revelation 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Right. To try them. That's crazy, bro. Me, I would never let my daughter be walking around like that. Period, bro. They're going to have to, you know what I'm saying? They're going to have to get escorted back and forth to school, man. Salaki, read that again, man.
This is Revelation 3 and verse 10.
Yeah, the wicked Edomites grabbing up children, man. People are crazy, man. Go ahead.
Revelation 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Right. It's coming to try them, right? But it says what? Because you kept the word of his patience, right? He's going to keep you from that time. I mean, he's going to protect you. He's going to watch over you. When you look at that word keep in the Hebrew, is what? Shema. Okay, he's going to watch over you, man. See what I'm saying? Okay, that's it on that, right? Yeah. Okay, so go ahead. That's it on that? That's it on that? Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 49 and verse, I'm going to start 15.
Yeah.
Allah.
Yahweh.
Don't forget Allah.
Yahweh. Don't
You don't
forget
forget
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yahweh's the name of the power.
Yeah. Allah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Not Allah. Yahweh. Go ahead. Go ahead, man.
MashaAllah, Muslim.
No, we're not Muslim. We're not Muslim, though.
No.
No. Believe in Yahweh.
Inshallah, Muslim.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Inshallah, my brother.
This is
All right, bro. All right. We'll see who's the power. Go ahead.
This is Psalms 91 and verse 6. Actually, I'm going to start verse 7.
Not even mad. They don't know.
Psalms 91 and verse 7.
All that's gonna be done away with anyway. When they see Yahweh Shai come, all that Allah Akbar, chariot gonna follow his ass. Man. So as soon as he said, chariot might be going to go get some Edomites. See, Allah Akbar, the chariot will stop, burn his ass up, man. And then the next person ain't gonna say shit. You know, you might be thinking to say that. I don't so shit. Go ahead.
This is Psalms 91 and verse 9. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
That's right.
For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways.
That's right. The angels are going to protect the elect, man. I truly believe that, man. See what I'm saying? Which we see it, man. We see it even now, man. You know? But in that time, man, these people, man, they're going to be so through, and we're going to be walking with so much confidence, it's not going to make sense to them, man. It's not going to make sense. Because brothers, don't be bugging out when that time comes, eh? Brothers, I preach all now, that time. What do I do? The Pasha, I don't know. Just have faith.
That's right.
He's not a man that he should lie. That's all you think. He's not a man that he should lie. For his name's sake, man, he'll take care of
The worst thing that can happen, you die
but
for righteousness. You know?
But guess what? They're not gonna have that type of death, man. It's
That's
a
right.
random death. You gotta understand that too. You know? Oh yeah, right. It's not gonna be no death. You just walking that car hit you over inside that. No, bro. I'm serving y'all by shooting out shot. I expect to be delivered, man.
Yeah,
I expect to be helped.
Yeah, yeah. For
You
sure.
know? Because I know he's faithful, man.
He is.
Good, bro.
Psalms 116 and 15. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints.
He's precious, so he just don't. It's not just a random. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just a random thing, bro. You know? You're just there, and then a lion. I don't know if you heard. the brother Mataki and the lion got a what? I'm trying to help you, but you know what I'm saying? What was he doing? I know he's reading the Corinthians. I see him reading, on the bench. A lion just came and ate him. Boy,
Psalms,
we'll see him in the chariot. That ain't right, man. I don't like it, man. I don't like that idea, man. Go ahead.
Psalms 37 and 25. I have been young and now am old.
That's right.
Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread.
I ain't seen it, and I know he's gonna be begging bread. The money might be low, but you know he's gonna be able to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that Uber Eats for that. Get some eggs, get something. You can't say the same for these people, right? Yeah, that's right. You can't say the same for these people. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
Job 5 and verse 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword.
That's right. He's gonna redeem us from death, not in famine, man. And when it's time for war, he's gonna redeem us from the sword, man. Okay, what's up with any type of weapon? All right, the elect's gonna be delivered. Yeah, go ahead.
It says, thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue.
Oh no.
Neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh.
Right, right. So in other words, we're not gonna be afraid of none of that, man. Go ahead.
It says, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth.
Right. Nowadays, I remember there's a time it's like, dogs pop up. I ain't used to having no dogs, you know what I'm saying? That's so big on that. You know? And now you pet the dogs, man. I don't care that there'll be a pit bull and all shit. It's afraid. You hopped up, how you doing, man? Right? Because of their confidence in Yahweh Shemel. You gotta build that. You know? To the point where, you might be in Jacob's trouble, you might see a down the line and escape from the zoo. You might be there, you might pet that, man. You might say, fuck it, man. Pet the lion, man. Right? Right, then you got a wicked nigga pop up. Oh shit, look at you see I left you know? All I hear is I turn the corner. Right? Yeah. Right? We're going back to the times that, where Adam had, authority over the beasts of the field, man. At that time, the beasts of the field, they were scared of men. We're going back to those times. So in that time, man, we're not going to be scared of any beast, man, or any animals, Because we have authority over these animals, man. They're below us. Right?
Yeah. I think if I remember correctly in Kings, that account where the false prophet was eaten by the lion, and then the other prophet came and the lion didn't do nothing, it was just laying there next to the carcass.
I don't know.
What with the honey in it?
Yeah.
He wasn't a false prophet.
Yeah, he wasn't a false prophet.
Yeah, with the honey, yeah.
He disobeyed.
He disobeyed. That's right. That's a good point.
What happened? The lion slew him, but the lion didn't eat his carcass because he was a man of the Lord. And he had been a wicked man. He would have ate everything. But
The prophet came beside.
yeah, and he buried him. He buried him.
And he even said, bury me next to the man of the Most High. know? So he was a man of the Most High. He was of the elect, right? Like if he's here now, he's going to be, he's going to be delivered one way or another. Even if he died, he's going to be first in the ship.
That's right.
He just made a mistake. Listen, the Lord has the right to put us to death too.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But the thing is that we're coming to a time where the elect is going to win. We're coming to a time when the prophets are going to, you know, the time of my redeemed is coming.
That's right. That's right.
You see, he's coming to give a reward now.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? For all the things done in the world throughout the past generations.
That's right.
You know? So it's not, see? So some are going to have to, it's going to be a particular way. I don't know what time I can think of that I'm trying to compare it to in my mind.
You know, going back to your point, you know, the death of the saints is going to be different. Like Eleazar, you know, which died, you know, for not eating swine's flesh. You know, and that account is said that his act was, you know, an example of a righteous man that, roughly paraphrasing, of a righteous man that died for the cause of Yahweh Shem Shai. So that's how also, hey, in these times, the men of the Lord are going to die, man, a righteous death, man. They're going to leave their death behind as an example, man. You know, if you hear about it, you're going to be like, oh, wow, man, you're out gloriously, man. You know, it's going to boost up your faith, man. You know, just like when you read about the accounts of the different men that died for the cause of this truth, man. You know?
Matthias, you know? Stephen, yeah? Right.
This is Ecclesiasticus 36, and I'm going to start at verse 14. Fill Zion with thine unspeakable oracle, and thy people with thy glory.
Yeah.
Give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning.
Right.
And raise up prophets.
So what does it mean he has possessed from the beginning? Meaning that we were with Yahweh Shai at the beginning of the earth. See what I'm saying? We actually helping build. This earth was helped build by the elect. Okay? Because it said the word created the world, right? So we helped, all these people were created by the Yahweh Shai or the elect. You see what I'm saying? Or through the elect, whatever the case may be, man. You see what I'm saying? The first fruits, man. You know? Go ahead.
Give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning, and raise up prophets that have been in thy name. Reward them that wait for thee, and let thy prophets be found faithful.
Right, because the world was made for our sakes, man. You know, starting with the elect, man. You know? Right? Let that prophet be found faithful, yeah. Right? So the prophets they're gonna have to be redeemed, man. They gotta be redeemed. This is a time of an example. Oh, then shall they know who are my chosen, man? He's gonna make an example, man, of the benefits of worshiping Yahweh Shai, man. Now what kind of thing is that? You worship, you praise Yahweh Shai, and them people, the same people, at the time of the famine, you're starving to death. Wasn't that guy the guy preaching? Huh? Yeah. This is staying on his own name. He's not
Yeah,
doing
it's
no
true,
stuff
it's
like that
true.
on his name, man. Isn't that prophet? I was a wolf. Oh God, oh, he's getting eaten by a wolf. Isn't that what you preaching? I said, why the fuck would I go and preach? Thank goodness I didn't do that. Not only did I get shamed, I'm getting eaten by a lion, a wild animal. Go ahead.
I wanted to say real quick, you know, because people are saying, you know, right now, oh, the truth is boring, you know, serving the Lord is boring. But in that time, man, it's not going to be boring, man. You know, when you don't have any food to eat, man, well, we'll see when it's boring, man. And us, we have an abundance, you know, eating, rejoicing. That time's not going to be boring, man.
It's actually going to be fun.
That's right.
It's actually going to be fun. It's going to be like I was saying, it's going to be like a big movie. We're in a big movie, you know? So, oh shoot, look at yo, the tiger, you see that? Ridiculous, man. I remember that bitch, she was a wicked beauty. Look at you know what I mean? Get the fuck away from me, man. Okay?
Right now we're buying stocks when it's low.
Yeah.
But when it's high, it's going to be priceless. It's too late, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? Even like with crypto, right? You want to get in a project before it even launches, right?
That's right. That's right.
Right? But once you get into it before it even launches, it's going to be, once it launches, it's going to get so much 10x, 100x, but you got to make sure it's the right project. Right? Go ahead, bro.
Second Ezra 2 and 27. Be
Because
not
you trying to
weary.
get Salaki, because you try to get it at the height. Well, the only thing to come do is go down now. Ain't no big profit margin for that. But you getting it when it's under. As soon as it launches, bang, you might get a 10x. And after you get it, after that, 150x, man. Go ahead, bro.
Like imagine if you were back in the days and you're investing in Facebook while it was
Right.
when it was still in the garage or
Yep.
Google or Microsoft.
Right.
Right now you'd be booming,
Right.
So 2nd Ezra 2 and 27, be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful,
Yep.
but thou shalt be merry and have abundance.
That's it.
The heathen shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, said the Lord. My hand shall cover thee, so that thy children shall not see hell. Be joyful, O thou mother, with thy children, for I will deliver thee, said the Lord. Remember thy children that sleep, for I will bring them out of the side of the earth, and shew them mercy, and shew mercy unto them. For I am merciful, said the Lord Almighty.
That's
That's
right.
it. That's exactly it. Okay, so, you got something?
This is Isaiah 65 and 12. Therefore, Isaiah 65 and 13. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and ye shall howl for vexation of spirit.
That's it. That's exactly it. All right? You got something? What?
It's Sirach 2 and 13. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended.
Right.
Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways.
Right. Go break it down, brother.
Okay, so again, if you lose patience, as it says, if thy strength faileth in the day of
not
adversity,
guaranteeing
because
you
your
will.
strength
Okay,
is
but
small,
you believe.
right?
You
You didn't have enough faith to believe that Yahweh Bashim Yahshua was to come and deliver you. You know, you didn't have enough faith in his word, so in that day, the Lord will not defend you. As it says, since you're lukewarm, you know, because you didn't fully believe. Without faith, it is impossible to please him.
That's right.
You know? So the fact that you don't really believe the Lord is not going to defend you in those days. You know? The Lord is seeking for people to trust in him 100%. You know, without any doubt. Man. That's the real characteristic of a man of the Lord. You know? And again, just to finish up, it says, verse 17, they that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men. For as his majesty
Well,
is.
I mean, I gotta say this though. Not a Lord might not, you know, when they say 100%, it's like, okay, you know, there's times when you might lack faith. There's certain things where men might lack faith. That doesn't necessarily mean you're not a man of the Lord. But you gotta have enough faith to know at least you ain't gonna starve to death. You know, you gotta know at least, you know, in the time of Jacob, you ain't gonna have no wild wolf pack eat you. You know what I'm saying to you? Some wild Edomite pop out the bushes like Pokemon game. Right? So wild Edomite, a little music playing, that attack you and kill you. No, all right. You gotta have enough faith to know that. You know what I mean? As a mustard seed, you dig? Go ahead.
It says here, verse 18, Sirach 2 and 18, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy. So again, like the brother said, we're not going to fall into the hands of men. You know, no random Edomite's going to pop up, you know, and try to kill you. Just as Yahweh Shai laid down his life, you might even be brought in front of governors. You might be tortured for this truth, man.
Well, he might try,
Yeah.
but you know, no weapon that's formed against you shall prosper.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
You know, and
I
even
believe that.
it says strive for the truth even unto death. So regardless, you got to keep. It says endure unto the end, man. You have to keep the faith unto the end, right?
That's it. That's exactly it.
It's easy for the Lord to bring you back, man. It's nothing for the Lord to bring you back, man.
Yeah,
You know?
that's right. That's right. That's exactly it. All right, God. All right. You got some? Let's get the last verse. See what you got. You got some? Hold on. You brothers looking
What
for
is it?
something? The last scripture. Shalom, shalom. Found it? Huh? Okay, let's get what we were saying. Let's get you guys at 65. I'll give you guys.
This is Ecclesiasticus 5 in verse 7. It says, "Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in that security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance."
That's it. That's it. When you think it's all good, that's when things are gonna happen. All right? Get that.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18 and 10. The name of Yahweh is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe.
That's right.
Point blank period. So we'll end it off on that. We'll give all praises, glory, and honor
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Ruhakodash.
belongs to the apostle Elder's great millstone salutations. All right. Tawab Pesach. All right. We're coming into that time. All right. So we're going to do the Shemai, Shemai,
Shemai,
Yahweh,
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 Shemai,
Shemai,
Yahweh,
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 Soon.
Yahweh,